Sony hints at more PS5 games coming to Nintendo. What's next? In a bold move that has the gaming world abuzz, Sony's recent job listing hints at a potential expansion of PS5 games to rival platforms, including Nintendo. This development follows the unexpected announcement of Helldivers 2's release on Xbox, a move that left many gamers scratching their heads. But here's where it gets controversial. Could this be the beginning of a new era for Sony, where exclusivity takes a backseat to multi-platform expansion? A recent job posting on Sony Interactive Entertainment's website seeks a senior director to spearhead the company's strategy for PS Studios software titles across various digital platforms. This includes not just the usual suspects like Steam and Epic Game Store, but also Xbox, Nintendo, and mobile devices. The role is described as critical in shaping and executing the global commercial strategy for PlayStation software titles beyond its own hardware. This successful candidate will be responsible for optimizing title profitability, ensuring cross-functional alignment, and leading a team focused on multi-platform expansion, mid-range commercial planning, and platform partner management. This position will also involve maintaining relationships with rival platform holders, with Nintendo being mentioned twice in the job description. This move by Sony is not entirely unprecedented. The company has previously released games like LEGO Horizon Adventures on the Switch and has been making its first-party console exclusive available on PC for some time now. The release of Helldivers 2, which offers live service content, further signals Sony's willingness to branch out. However, it's important to note that this job listing doesn't necessarily indicate a significant shift in Sony's strategy. It could simply mean that the company is planning to continue what it has been doing up until now. And this is the part most people miss: the potential implications of this move on the future of gaming exclusivity. As we wait for any updates or related announcements, one thing is clear: Sony is exploring new horizons, and the gaming landscape may never be the same. What do you think about Sony's potential expansion to rival platforms? Is this a smart move for the company? Or a risky gamble? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Sony expands PlayStation games to Xbox, Steam, and Nintendo Switch. Imagine a world where your favorite PlayStation games are no longer confined to the PlayStation console. Sony is making a bold move to expand the reach of PlayStation Studios games beyond their native hardware, hiring new talent to bring their top-tier titles to platforms like Xbox, Steam, and even Nintendo Switch. This isn't a surprising pivot. It's a seismic shift in the gaming industry that could redefine the way we think about exclusivity. But here's where it gets controversial. Remember when Microsoft made waves by taking their exclusive Xbox titles to PlayStation? It seemed like a risky move for a platform already struggling to compete with the might of PlayStation and Nintendo. Yet Microsoft's Xbox has proven that hardware sales aren't everything. Despite weak hardware sales, Xbox has seen a surge in console playtime hours, thanks to a string of high-quality releases and the innovative Xbox Cloud gaming service. Even PlayStation has dipped its toes into the Xbox waters, self-publishing Helldivers 2 on the Xbox platform. It seems that Xbox isn't the only one ready to break down the walls of exclusivity. A recent job listing on PlayStation's official Greenhouse hiring platform suggests that PlayStation is ready to follow Xbox's lead. The listing calls for Senior Director, Multiplatform and Account Management, a role that will oversee the global commercial strategy for PlayStation Studios titles across all digital platforms beyond PlayStation hardware. That means games like God of War, The Last of Us, and Horizon could soon be available on Steam, Xbox, and other platforms. The successful candidate will lead a team responsible for building sales and relationships with these platforms, including direct liaison with Xbox and Windows PC platforms like Steam and the Epic Game Store. This move is not just about reaching more gamers. It's about maximizing profits. With the gaming population less likely to switch platforms than ever before, Sony could see significant returns by making older PlayStation games available on Xbox. The high-quality nature of PlayStation games means they could command premium prices on Xbox without harming PlayStation's hardware sales. After all, gamers aren't unlikely to abandon their invested platforms en masse, whether PlayStation or Xbox. With rumors swirling that the next-gen Xbox could run Steam, which already hosts Sony's games, it seems Sony might be better off cutting out the middleman and self-publishing on Xbox. Perhaps Microsoft even offered them a sweeter deal than Steam does. Only time will tell. In a market where attention is harder to capture than ever, being everywhere and on everything all at once might be the only way to stand out. As we wait to see how the industry evolves, one thing is certain. The days of console exclusivity may be numbered, and this is the part most people miss. What do you think? Should exclusivity be a thing of the past? Share your thoughts in the comments. Sony hiring. PlayStation games coming to Nintendo hardware. Imagine a world where your favorite PlayStation games are no longer confined to your PlayStation console. Sony is making waves by expanding its gaming horizons, and this time, it's setting its sights on Nintendo hardware. In recent years, the PlayStation brand has been breaking down barriers, bringing beloved games to other platforms, including Nintendo Switch. Titles like LEGO Horizon Adventures and the MLB series have already made the leap. And it seems this is just the beginning of a new era for Sony. But here's where it gets controversial. Sony has posted a job listing for a senior director, multi-platform and account management, a role that will be instrumental in bringing select PlayStation titles to hardware outside of Sony's own offerings. This position will play a critical leadership role in shaping and executing the global commercial strategy for PlayStation Studios' software titles across all digital platforms beyond PlayStation hardware. This includes major platforms like Steam, Epic Games Store, Xbox, Nintendo, and even mobile devices. The job posting specifies that the new hire will be responsible for expanding the reach of PlayStation games to a broader audience, ensuring that fans on different platforms can enjoy the same high-quality gaming experiences. Now you might be wondering, what PlayStation titles will we see on Nintendo hardware? Unfortunately, the job listing doesn't provide any specific titles. But the mere confirmation that more PlayStation games are heading to Nintendo platforms is enough to get fans excited. And this is the part most people miss. This move by Sony is not just about expanding its market reach. It's about fostering a more inclusive gaming community where players on different platforms can enjoy the same content. It's a bold step that could redefine the gaming landscape, but it also raises questions about platform exclusivity and the future of gaming. Will this trend continue? And will other major gaming companies follow suit? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure. The future of gaming is looking more interconnected than ever. So what do you think? Is this a positive step towards a more unified gaming experience, or does it dilute the unique identity of each platform? Share your thoughts in the comments below.